It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs under the lights on Monday night.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you and I, we always enjoy our visits to Kansas City. These fans, among the best in football, and they should be a happy bunch too. Their guys are defending Super Bowl champions.
And the reason that they are is because the offense and the defense, they complement each other so well. Offense gets off the fast starts, allows the defense to just rush the passer, which is a strength of what they do. That and good barbecue, Kansas City, big-time favorites.
Well, meanwhile, for the Eagles, the big question, how would they improve their squad in 2023 and make another run at a Super Bowl title? Well, they took a few hits in free agency, but by most accounts, really hit a home run during April's draft. You were there. What did you make of it?
It was almost a night beyond their wildest dreams. Perhaps the best player in the draft somehow fell to 9, where the Eagles traded up to get him. And a terrific pass rusher they got at 30. Wonderful draft, extra pieces for a Super Bowl contender.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Here's Mecole Hardman. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a two-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
There's nothing the league's best quarterback didn't achieve last season. Super Bowl trophy? Check. MVP award? Check. League leader in yards and touchdowns? Check. How does he top the season he had last year? I don't know. But Patrick Mahomes, he usually finds a way.
Now a 7th-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down and 4. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
4th down, so Kansas City sends out Tommy Townsend. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback, but last year he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players. Thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Hurts. Got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs nothing.
Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A dump down to McKinnon. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And that's the way to find pay dirt, Patrick Mahomes. Hey, you remember some of the scrambles in the playoffs last year while he was playing on a bad wheel? Oftentimes he was maneuvering just to find a way to throw the football. But last season, 4 touchdowns on the ground, a career high, continuing to develop as a runner, and often finding the end zone these days.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles and Jalen Hurts heading back to work. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Hurts sets up to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Kadarius Toney deep for KC. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Sidney Brown in on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of it.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Toney. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Kadarius Toney who catches things with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On first down, Hurts. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Second down, here's Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Swift going to try at the middle. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Tony on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're starting to put some space here. You know, the first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now here's Mahomes. He's got this to the rookie, Rashee Rice. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one for Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll throw now on the final play. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, it was the reigning league MVP and Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, who did his thing. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with his sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw here. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Michael Dana able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Mahomes going to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
On second down, Swift. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Final minute now of the third quarter. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. but it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the Chiefs' 17-yard line.
And quickly they get to the line. Play action. Here's Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy. Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Mahomes. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now a 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Mahomes to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney with his second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 2 touchdowns. A little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that's complete to Brown. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front. Hurts. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown. Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Of course, the game can't end with a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack.
So now you get an untimed play, which should be the last one, unless it happens again and there's another defense.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder